Hi everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Traci here. I'm going to give you a Pilates reformer workout, and I got a request from one of you to do something for office syndrome. So technically that's when you have to sit at a computer a lot, and it tightens the shoulders, it tightens the neck, it makes you get overstretched and weak across the back of the shoulders, mid-back, and then this part gets super tight. So we want to open your shoulders, your chest by stretching, and then we want to strengthen your upper mid-back, rear deltoids, all the postural muscles and the rotator cuff under the shoulder blades. So I have a workout for you tonight to do. So we'll start out, I'm going to try to just do 30 minutes and it should be really good. So when you get off work, you can have this as your go-to to help you relax. And then I'll do another one so you don't get tired and sick of doing the same workout all the time. Okay, so let's get started. So if you're watching this, it's because you have your Pilates reformer and you want to do a workout and know how to do it and not get hurt. So I'll explain things in a way where you won't hurt yourself. We're going to do footwork to start, get our blood flowing through our body. You could do 3 red springs. You could do 3 heavy springs. You could do 2 heavies, 1 light. All I ask is that when you're lying down on the carriage, you don't have pressure bearing down through your shoulders. It won't feel like an elephant standing on your shoulders. If you ever feel like your shoulder rests press so hard into your shoulders, it's like an elephant standing on them, that means your springs are too heavy and your core isn't strong enough to distribute the weight load through the whole entire spine. So it means go to a lighter spring. You don't necessarily have to go down in springs, just use lighter assortment. You might have a machine with all the same color springs. They're all heavy. So instead of doing 4, try 3. If you have color-coded springs, try a blue, red, red. Try green, red, blue. Just try to vary it so it doesn't feel too heavy. So with that being said, when you put your head on the headrest, make sure you don't feel like your head's falling backwards. You want to have the back of the neck be supported. All right, so let's begin. Your foot bar is either going to be, my machine only has 2 settings. It has low bar and it has high bar. So that means I would do footwork on high bar because I only have 2 settings. The newer machines have 3 settings and it has a lock mechanism, so the 2 pieces of plastic slide across, and you should always be able to lift up on your bar like that without it falling. So you'll be on tier number 2. Put your safeties in, check it so it doesn't fall, and then let's just bring you down sideways. You don't have to roll down or anything, just come on your side, protect your back, flip over onto your back. You have a little room between your shoulders and the shoulder rest, and then let's start with shoulder blade slaps just to get you into the back of the shoulder girdle. Your shoulder blades lift up, and then your shoulder blades reconnect to the mat. 9, pull them back in, 8, and 7, shoulder blades lift, shoulder blades down, and 6, and 5, 4 more, and 3, 2 more. Now go from your shoulder blade slap to screwing in the light bulb. Lift up your shoulder blades, turn thumbs out, turn thumbs in, pull the shoulder blades to the mat. Notice my elbows are straight. I'm not doing it with my arms bent like that. I'm essentially plugging my arms into the middle back, the shoulder girdle. Good, and you're gonna feel how the back of the shoulder blades move away from the spine. They lift up off the back of your ribs. 3, rotate out in, screw your arm bone deeper into the shoulder socket. 2 more, and inhale, exhale, last one. All right, now stretch the arms long by your sides, rotate palms to sky, keep chest open, collarbones wide, openness across those collarbones. Take a deep inhale. Now just stretch fingertips long like you're gonna tap your heels, and then that's gonna get you out of your upper traps. It's gonna wake up middle, lower trapezius. Release, you're gonna stretch fingertips long, chest open. See how the shoulders move further down away from your shoulder blocks. Release, 3 more, stretch those fingertips long, getting out of the shoulders and the neck. 2 more, And last one, stretch fingertips long. Okay, relax palms down on carriage mat. 2 more exercises, chin nods. Tilt, my ponytail's in the way, but essentially you're gonna tilt chin up, tiny bit, tilt chin down, without actually lifting head off headrest. Tilt up, tilt down, tilt up, tilt down, and then do these little baby circles with tip and nose to sky. This is really annoying. I gotta take this off and I'll put it back in. Do these little circles. Second cervical vertebra helps you do rotation. Go one direction, pause, now reverse, go the other way. Little baby circles, sides and neck stretch. All right, just getting the tension out of that cervical spine. All right, next I want you to just take your feet and you're gonna place your heels firm on the foot bar. We'll make our way from the heels to the arches to the toes. We'll just move up the foot, getting all the pressure points in the feet. If you have long hair, you're gonna wanna get it out of the way just so you don't run over. It has skateboard wheels underneath this platform, and it kind of hurts, really, if you roll across and the hair gets under. I've done it plenty of times. So you peel down. You're gonna take your heels on the bar. You're gonna stretch the arms down by your sides, and I want you to push out with control. Exhale, float back in. You're gonna inhale to go out, exhale to come in. 8. Tighten the core. 7. Ideally, you don't have a necklace around the neck because it could get caught under the headrest. I've done it before. I've probably done all of it before. And 6, you have to stay calm. Don't panic because then it goes tight around your neck if you try to get up. And 5, so actually you don't want to have a necklace on or jewelry. 4, exhale, come back home. 3, make sure you're not locking out your knees. 2 more. And last one. Now go to the arches. Sink into those arches. Careful you're not rolling to the outer sides of your feet. Careful you're not rolling to the inside. We don't want to have eversion or inversion. So you're just going to go straight out. Come back with control. You're going to inhale, elongate. Exhale. Try to get your ribs to pull down together as your core deepens into your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And 6, spine is long, tighten core to low back. And 5, exhale. And 4, exhale. And 3, use your core. And 2, use your core. Last one, excellent. Now, you're gonna go to the toes and the area that's right under the toe. On the ball of the foot, you have your toes, phalanges. Under that, you have the metatarsals. So we're gonna just go down a little lower, so you don't slip off the bar. You're gonna push out, come back in. You're gonna push out, come back in. And 8, tighten all the way through your center. 7, and 6, 5, and reach. And 4, full extension without locking. Locking your knees looks like that. We don't want that. Just control, elongate, come back in. And 3, and 2, tighten core all the way to your back. Last one. Try to slide your feet down a little more now. Lift one heel up, then press one heel down. Inhale. Now make some room. Let the rib cage slide down together in front. Allow that low back to really drop into the mat. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, and 5. Good, get the lower legs to release, the ankles moving, get that blood flowing. And 3, and 2. All right, last one, awesome. And then gently come home. Now just sway both, bring your heels to the bar, let both knees go a little bit to the side, keep both shoulders down on mat, keep width across shoulders, chest, feel sides of ribs open up. Release one side of your spine. Come back to the center. Now you're going to let your knees sway the other way. Feel space between rib cage, hip bone. On the other side, you're inhaling, and then you're exhaling. You're inhaling, and then you're exhaling. And one more time, deep inhale, and deep exhale. Wonderful. Return center. Now always, always, always make sure your headrest is completely down Mine's down. Make sure your headrest is down. You never do bridging with your headrest up. You don't want to compress the neck vertebra. Heels go firm on foot bar. Maybe you'll go a little wider. You're going to be hip distance apart. Align shoulders, hips, middle of knee joints over the second toes. Follow straight down the line. Place heels on bar. You could do it toes on, you could do it heels on. If you do it with balls of feet on, you're going to feel hamstrings a lot more. And if you choose to not, you don't want to have a hamstring, back a thigh cramp, we want our glutes to engage primarily, then hamstrings. Make it a little easier on yourself. Later on, you can experiment, but try heels on for right now. Heels on bar firm. Scoop your core in. I'm not going to have you peel or curl your tailbone off the mat. I want you to keep the hip hinge straight up above your hip socket. So that means that hinge of the hips goes straight up. There's no weight in the neck. You press out with control. You come in with control. And then you bring your hips straight down. Notice how I'm not rolling through my spine. It's a straight lift. My tailbone stretches long. I press out, tighten core, keeps pulling into the spine. And then you bring the hips straight down like a hinge. And 8, push away. Those glutes are engaged. Hamstrings are working too. But if your glutes engage enough, you won't cramp up the hamstring back of thigh. 7. Lift, stabilize pelvis, press straight out, in with control, bring your hips straight back down. 6, push out, feel right there. Bring straight to the mat. 5, push out, control back in, lower down, and 4, push away, control back in, bring pelvis straight back down, and 3, and exhale, lower down. 2 more, push and come in with control. Last one, push out, come in with control. Wonderful. Hug in, release your spine. If it's within your practice, rock side to side. If that bothers your low back, then stop. Good, release your back. We're gonna do lumbar spine stability for the low back. So we're gonna still lie down, but we need to turn onto our side and we need to adjust our spring. So what you do, place hands on your shoulder rests, slide hips sideways, turn sideways like this, and then just push into your shoulder rest to a seated position. Now you could either do 2 reds, try 2 reds. If 2 reds is too much, you would go to a red and a blue. If you have back issues, try a red and a blue, heavy light spring. If you don't have back issues, you feel strong, go ahead and do 2 reds. And again, if you have a pillow, if you have a yoga block, you could place it over your headrest and then place your head on it. So what you would do, you would lower down. You don't want to start from way up here and have your shoulder rest gouge in the center of your back between your shoulder blades. That hurts. I've seen it plenty of times. You're up too high. So what you need to do, you take your hips, your pelvis, you slide to the bottom. I'm even hanging off halfway. I'm halfway off my carriage mat, hanging into the spring. Then I lower. And then once I'm down, I have plenty of space here. So you'll have your space. And then what I want you to do is place your top heel directly onto the bar. You have 2 red springs, or you have 1 red, 1 blue, or you have 2 heavies, or 1 heavy, 1 light. Now I want you to go like this. Make a little room between rib cage, hip bone, and then maybe have the space underneath you. And then I want you to push out, control home. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, exhale, return, and 8. I want you to tighten your core all the way to your spine. 7 and 6, tighten core, and 5, scoop core tight to low back. 4 more, 3 more, inhale, exhale, 2 more, and last one. Now you're going to do turned out position, press out with control, come back in. You could come into a 90-degree angle. My machine needs some maintenance, so I'm not bringing it all the way in because the bar will get loose and wiggle, so I'm not coming in as far as you can come in. 8 and 7, you're turned out, knee is over second toe, heel is firm on foot bar. 6, Stabilize pelvis, 5, 4, control home, and 3, 2 more. Exhale, last one. Now, turn to your back. Maybe you'll take out the pillow. If you feel like your head's too high, take out the pillow. Keep it handy. Now you're gonna wrap your toes around the foot bar and lift one leg to tabletop. So your toes are on, ball of foot. Make sure your hair is out of the way. And then what I want you to do, we're gonna do heel dip, single leg heel dip. And then you're gonna push this leg up, flex, point, come back home. 9, so you extend, flex, and point, tighten core, come back home. And 8, flex and point, getting the blood flowing to the thighs, to those legs, core is strong. 7, inhale, exhale, both legs mimic each other. One is on the foot bar, one reaches to the sky. And 5, and reach, feel front of thigh, lift off knee. And 4, and reach, stretch and lengthen. And 3, you're gonna inhale, scoop abdominals tight. And 2 more times, you're gonna inhale, exhale, and last one, wonderful. Inhale, exhale, come home. Place toes, ball of foot on bar, bend this leg, extend, flex and point. Come back home. And inhale, 9, flex and point, scoop core tight, massage that low back into the carriage mat. 8 and 7, chest is open. And 6, press and point. And 5, you're gonna press and point. And 4, scoop your core tight. And 3, you're gonna press and point. 2 more times, you're gonna press and point. And last one, you're gonna press and point. Excellent. Now notice, I'm gonna stay down low before I turn over. I'm not gonna get caught in between the shoulder blocks. I'm gonna take my pillow with me, turn completely over, stack your knees, stack your ankles, place the pillow on your headrest. And now make that space here between your rib cage and the mat so you're not scrunching your torso, your ribs are lengthening. Take your top heel, place your foot over the foot bar, knee in line right above the ankle. Hold your shoulder rest and just push it out for 10. Work your glute max, come in. 9. If you have to sit all day, you want to strengthen those glutes. 8 and 7, inhale, exhale. 6, those ribs wrap. 5, inhale, exhale, avoid knee locking, your shoulder blades anchor down back. 4, exhale. 3 more, and 2 more, last one. Now do turnout. Middle of knee stays aligned over second toe. Work your gluteus medius, side glute. Press it out with control. Come back in. And 9 and 8. Your hips are stable. And 7 and 6. If it was heavy, you'd go to a heavy light spring. Not too heavies. And 6. Control. 5. And exhale, come in. And 4. And 3. Tighten core. Wrap those ribs. 2. And last one. Wonderful. Now slowly I want you to turn back onto your back. Make sure you get your hair out of the way of the springs. Now, you have 2 reds or red and a blue. You don't have to get back up, but you're going to put your feet into the straps. So you could lift your headrest now if you want a little more neck support. You don't want to feel like your head's falling back. So you would bring the headrest up now to give your neck support. I'm going to keep mine down. And then basically the easiest way to get into the springs, I don't mean that, I mean into your straps. You most likely have a rope with a canvas loop on the bottom. So if you have ropes with loops, you're going to hold both of them like this. You're going to press your legs out, go out slow because it's a lighter spring than when you did footwork. Fold knee in, walk your foot into the strap, into the loop. I'm just going to make sure it's facing the same way. Now you put your weight down into this foot, into that strap. Then you put your weight into that foot. And then your hips are straight across. Avoid that. Avoid where your ribs pop up, your hip bones lift, your back arches. We don't want to hyperextend the spine. So what you do, your shoulders are under the shoulder rest, and you don't want that to happen. Make sure you don't lift your hips off the mat, especially when that headrest is up. Keep your pelvis secure on the mat, back is on the mat, neutral spine. You may have a small gap between your low back and the mat. That's just the natural curve that you have. So no worries, you're just not going to excessively arch more. Exhale, I want you to engage your core, stabilize hips, feel the crease right there. You're not lifting the pelvis, it's staying down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. You're going to exhale, reach. I want you to open a little space here between bottom of rib cage and your hip bones. And 6. And 5, chest is open. And 4, inhale, exhale, reach, decompress your spine. It lengthens in oppositional energy. 3 and 2. And inhale, exhale. The entire time I'm engaging my core. Yours might be less range, it might look like this. It's all correct, no worries. Nobody's body's the same, so it's gonna look different from body to body. And last one. Now go into a V stance, and I want you to turn inner thighs out. Inner thighs spiral to outer hips under the glutes, press away. Create some space inside your hip sockets. You're gonna feel those inner thighs engage, you're gonna feel outer hips engage, and it wraps from inner to outer hips under the glutes. 8. Keep chest open, avoid hiking shoulders to ears. 7. Your abdominals pull in, your ribs cascade down in front. 6. And 5, control. 4 more. And 3, I forgot to put the AC down. Oh well. 2 more, it's okay, I can sweat, I don't mind. Last one. Now slowly go halfway, like 45 degrees. You probably have buckles. You don't want to hit your knees with your buckles. And then your hardware, so you bend knees over hips. Now push and extend. Feel core deepen into your back. You inhale, you exhale, you reach. You inhale, exhale, you reach. Chest is open. And 8 and 7, those ribs pull around it together. And 6, and reach. And 5. 4 more. And last one, this is called frog press. Now from here, we're just going to do a little hamstring stretch. We'll do glute press. Knees bend, knees press. 10. Knees over hips. 9. I want you to squeeze from glutes to heels. 8. Spine is long. 7. Glutes to heels. Press out of your center. 6. Glutes to heels. Press out. 5. Core is strong. And 4, use your core. And 3, control, feel the connection in your center. 2 more, ribs wrap, and last one. Now, we're gonna combine the last 2 exercises. One knee bends 90, the other one's 180 over your hip socket. Both push down to your foot bar without arching your back. Keep the space between ribs and hips. Inhale, walking on the wall. Exhale, reach. Those ribs slide down together. Inhale, exhale, reach. 90 degrees, 180. I'm doing a little bit more than 90. And then exhale, press. I'm just trying to keep my straps from hitting my knees. Exhale, press out of your center. Good, one knee folds in. Press out of your center. If I go slower, I'll keep my machine from making that noise. There we go. Inhale, I think so. Exhale, press. Walking on the wall, feel those hamstrings lengthen, your obliques wrap. And 4, press out of your center. Avoid any knee locking, ribs cascade down together. 3, back is on mat. And 2, stretch out of your center, breathe in, breathe out. Wonderful. Last 2 and 1. All right. Do a hamstring stretch after sitting all day. Stretch backs and thighs, low back is on the mat. Pull on your ropes a little bit. Avoid letting your tailbone come up off the mat. Keep it heavy, keep it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. Excellent. All right, next, bend the knees. Take one foot out. Catch the bar. Put your weight into the bar. Then it's easy to get your second foot out. Walk it out, hold your strap, hang it up. And then I'm gonna have you reach and stretch, crisscross ankle over knee. Let your back fall into the mat. Let your elbow press inner thigh out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. And switch. Crisscross, ankle over knee. Reach under the bottom thigh, hug in tight, and then you're gonna inhale, exhale, flex your foot. Relax that low back into the mat. You're gonna inhale, exhale, flex your foot. And one more time, you're gonna inhale, exhale, keep flexing each foot, I should say. Inhale, exhale, and gently release. Wonderful. All right, turn sideways just to support your back, tighten your core, roll up by pushing into your shoulder block. All right, let's step next to our machine, and then basically put on a green spring. I want to release your hip flexor to make it easier to sit on your machine so you don't feel like your hips are tight. Hip flexors get tight along with those hamstrings by sitting. And then after we address that, then we're gonna start moving into our upper middle back. Okay, so you're gonna go to a green, heavy spring, just one. Add a green, heavy spring, take the other one off. You're gonna stand next to your machine. If you have a high clinical reformer, you're gonna have to put a box, the long box, and you're gonna have to step on the long box. Otherwise, you're gonna jam your thigh bone into your hip socket, because that machine's higher than this one, as you can see. And if I were to just put my knee on that one and start pressing, I would jam my femur bone up higher into the hip. So you'd have to come up, step on a box, and do it like I'm doing it here. Your kneecap rests on the mat, form a straight line between the knee and the ankle. Make sure you're not on the tips of your toes. Try to flex your foot. If the foot doesn't have the flexibility to curl like that, then just lift your foot up a little higher so you can turn your glute on and feel hamstring working. And then your front foot is next to the bar. You drop your tailbone straight down so you don't go like that. You pull the tailbone long. You press your hip bones forward so you're not leaning more into one side over the other. You don't want to grip the bar real hard, but you don't want to let it go either. You're going to lift head away from tailbone, open the carriage. 50% of your weight goes down into this foot. 50% of your weight is going to push this way and open up this hip flexor and quad. So you're going to inhale, lift and lengthen up. Exhale, press. Just lightly hold that bar. If you have a machine like mine, whatever you do, don't lift up on the bar because it will get knocked over. Lift and lengthen through top of head. 5, tighten core to spine. 4, keep your spine reaching long, scoop your core tight. And 3, eye gaze is straight in front. Tighten your core to your spine. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. I don't have room to walk around for safety. You would just come off, walk around to the other side. I'm not going to climb. I'm just going to go this way, climbing that way. I don't have room. There's a wall here. Walk your foot forward. Curl the toes. If your foot doesn't flex, go ahead and lift it up a little higher. Align the kneecap with your ankle. Drop your tailbone long. Your hips aim forward. Lift your heart above the foot bar. 50% of your weight goes into the foot that's on the ground. 50% of your weight goes backwards. You're going to turn this on. Lift up your heart. Exhale. Press. Inhale. You're going to exhale. Tighten your core to your spine. Press it out. And 8. Head away from tailbone, tighten core to spine. 7, tighten core in. And 6, and then 5, and reach, core is strong. 4 more, you're gonna inhale, exhale. 3 more, you're gonna inhale, exhale. 2 more. Reach and stretch. Last one, head away from tailbone. Excellent. Gently come in. All right, next, what I want you to do, we're gonna do something for your shoulders, and I'm gonna have you go to a red spring. Put on medium spring, a red spring, take off heavy, take off green. If all you have is heavy springs, just use one. And then this is gonna be harder to sit like this because it's going to require more support from your core. If it doesn't hurt your kneecaps, if you haven't had a knee replacement, you could come up. I don't want you to kneel if you've had a knee replacement. I'm going to ask you to stay down low like this so you don't have to worry about your center of gravity tipping you forward. You're going to grab your straps. You're on a single red, you're on a medium spring or one heavy. Basically, we don't want to do this. We don't want to jump like with the arms. You have to have everything slow and controlled. Lift up your heart. Now you're not bouncing the carriage. You're going to lift up your heart, connect under the armpits, pull back, and then come forward. Plug your arms into the back of your shoulder girdle. Lift your heart. Exhale, pull straight back. And 7, connect under the armpits. And 6, pull straight back, tighten core to spine. 5, now 4, connect into those middle back postural muscles. Lift head to sky, keep pressing head to sky. And 3, and exhale, work those middle back muscles. 2 more, exhale, control back in, your core is strong. On the last one, keep your elbows straight so you don't cheat. You have to stay under the armpits, cross middle back. 4, and 3, circle, lift your heart, tighten core to spine. 2, little baby circles by the sides of your body. Now reverse for 5, collarbones wide, shoulders out of ears. 4, lift your heart. This way's a little harder. 3, 2 more. Exhale, reach. And last one, exhale, reach. Wonderful. Now we're going to get you off your knees so you're not on your knees too long. I'm going to ask you for this next one to have your legs go straight over the headrest or crisscross at your ankles. You're going to have your ropes and the canvas straps. So take them, walk your hand, your forearm is going to go through the canvas strap, go halfway up the forearm. The forearm goes through the canvas strap, like halfway up the forearm. Now what I want you to do, your palms face you. Think of the front ribs meet the back ribs. That way your spine is in neutral. So then your shoulders, your elbows are in line with your shoulders. We're going to rotate palms away with control. 90-degree angles. Come back in. Work that upper mid-back. I want you to be in your core. 9. Palms face you. Palms face away. Strengthen your upper mid-back. 8. 7. Inhale. Exhale. Core is strong. And 6. Open your heart. 5. Chest is open. Reach through top of head. 4. Take a break whenever you need to. 3. We don't want it to go into the neck or the shoulders. Anchor from under the shoulder blades. 2 more. And inhale and exhale. Last one. Open the arms. Tiny little pulse for 5. For 4. Feel it across upper mid back. 3. And 2. Last one. Come all the way in and release your straps. Good. Now you're just going to walk your feet to the floor. Do a couple little shoulder rolls, up, down, back, away from ears. 3 and 2. Release your shoulders. Last one. Okay, now you're going to go the other way. Up and forward for 5. Tighten your core. 4 and 3. Sit tall. And 2. Last one. Awesome. We're going to take our foot bar down. First, put on your light spring. Put on a blue spring. And if you don't have a light spring, then there's no choice. You're going to keep it on the heavy. If you only have a heavy, then I recommend you move your gear bar out this way and reconnect it. Move it out by 1. Make sure it's in place. You lock it into the sides because it lifts up and it slides. Mine isn't like that. This older one is just a bar. It goes into a wooden thing. So now you just moved out. That makes less pressure on your spring. And then the spring isn't pulling as much because you're further away. So it's going to feel lighter. All right. So you have one spring on. It's on a lighter resistance. You're going to unlock your 2 safeties. Slide them to the center. Put your foot bar to the down position. and then it's out of your way, so the foot bar is all the way down. And then I'm gonna put a box that is too big for this machine, but I'm gonna put it right down the center. And the way that we're doing it, it's not gonna tip, it's not gonna make me fall, so I'm gonna use the wrong box for this machine, but it's gonna be okay, it's not gonna hurt me. Some exercises it might tip, because it hangs a little bit over, and then it pulls. So if I put all my weight and I jump on it, then it could pull for a little bit. So the way to get on your box, you're on a light spring, you're gonna tighten your core, and I don't want you to kneel on all fours, because you'll notice it's hard to get down unless like you're a surfer and you just know how to jump up and down like that, because you have to do it really fast in the water. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna straighten out one leg, and you're gonna slide the front of your hip and thigh to the center of the box, and you're gonna slide the other hip and thigh to the center of the box. Now, you don't wanna be way up here where your knees are smashed into the box. If you do it, you're gonna notice it's not very comfortable. Walk it back so your knees are off the box, and you need to turn from inner to outer thighs. We want to wake up, we want to feel like you're being wrapped from the inner thigh to the outer hip under the glue. Modification, if your low back gets tired, here's long lever. You'd shorten the lever by folding in your knees, and then there's less pressure on your spine. You could also put a rolled up towel here under the hip bones to give lumbar spine extra support. So I'm going to straighten out my legs. I'm having my heels pull slightly together so my glutes activate. And then you don't have to have the arms go way up here, because you'll end up pulling. What I want you to do is come a little closer by your sides, turn your thumbs out, turn your fingers out. You have to really feel the connection from the armpits to your palms. I don't want you to lead with your neck or your head lifting up. I want you to feel your sternum, your breastbone at the front end of the box. Shoulders drop away from ears. Really connect, tighten your core. Hip bones are firm on the box. Squeeze your glutes. Tailbone stretches away from you. Now you push into your palms, lift your heart, and you come up off the box. Your head comes up last. You inhale to come down. Now exhale, pull through. Now we're getting your thoracic spine, extending your spine from mid-back to top of head. You inhale, and then you exhale as you rise up. Control back down. You're going to inhale, exhale, stretch those legs long, rise up, coming back in. And 6, collarbones wide, head comes up last. And 5, you're going to exhale, lift up. And 4, scoop core deeply into spine. And 3, create that space mid-back between your shoulder blades. 2 more, exhale, lift up. Head away from tailbone, you're lifting from mid-back to top of head is 1. And last one, head comes up last. Now slowly relax head, neck, shoulders, ever so gently, turn side to side. Inhale, exhale to spot as your neck, stop. Release the sides of the neck. All right, next I want you to grab the 2 ropes. We're gonna do T-press. The ropes, the handles come off the outside of the railing, the wood railing, and we're gonna form a human T. And then I want you to just keep the neck long. Your chin is slightly forward and down. And then I'm gonna have you hold your body in a single file line without actually lifting. Just keep everything stable. You're gonna exhale, reach the hands as far as you can, back to the hips. If it doesn't feel like you could go all the way, go to where you can, no worries. Inhale, exhale, your chest is open, your legs reach long, you inhale, you exhale, you stretch, you pull the arms back in 8. Do as many as you can without losing your form. 7, you could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many you can. 6, chest is open. 5, if you wanted to do a little lift, you would lift up a little. And 4, neck stays long. and 3, reaching back, and 2, breathe in, breathe out, and last one, you're gonna breathe in, breathe out, and control, come back in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, wonderful. I'm gonna have you do one more. We're gonna do little tricep kickbacks. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. If you're getting tired, maybe just fold the knees in like this. Roll those shoulders up, down, back, away from your ears. Hug upper arm bones into the sides of your rib cage. Maybe you keep your knees bent like that. Lift your heart through the arms, core is strong. Or maybe you extend the legs, whatever works for you right now. Elbows in, shoulders out of ears, and 8, squeeze the back of your arms. Chest is open, collarbones wide, and 7, and 6, use your core. Shoulders away from ears, 5, 4, collarbones wide. Resist, resist as you bend those arms. 3, resist, resist, resist. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, core is scooping in. Last one. Awesome. Gently come in, hang up your straps. Maybe you'll wiggle hips side to side, rock your pelvis, release your back. One more time, just maybe stretch forward, release head, neck, shoulders. All right. Now, I'll give you the easier version to get up. Take hands from wood frame, bring them under your shoulders, tighten your core to your spine, aim, slide to one side of your box, whichever side you're more comfortable, putting your foot to the ground, slowly push up. All right, once you exit your box like that, then if you want, if you haven't had a knee replacement, climb up. Now go into a rest pose where you just bring hands behind you, release head, neck, shoulders. Whenever we do any type of extension, we're going to counter it. Reach back, relax head, neck, shoulders. You're going to feel this part open up. Your sits bones reach back behind you. Release your back, shoulders down and back away from ears. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. You're going to inhale and then exhale. All right. Slowly take the hands back under the shoulders. Rise up. Head lengthens away from your tailbone. That's it. Tighten core, and you're just going to take a step down from the box. Excellent. Then we're going to grab the box, and we're going to bring it back down again. So we're just going to bring that box down. All right. Now, as long as you're okay kneeling, and you don't have a knee replacement, or like knee surgery where it hurts to kneel, let's do one more thing kneeling. If it hurts your wrist to be up high on the shoulder rest, spread fingers wide, bring palms next to the shoulder rest. Avoid arching your back like that. Front ribs meet back ribs. Keep this low part of the back elongated. Bring your palm down into your strap, your small loop. If you have 2 loops, use the small one. Tighten your core in and up towards your low back. I want you to plug your arm into the back of your shoulder girdle and also plug it down into your lat muscle by pulling straight back. Always avoid this. Avoid kneeling way up here and then pulling hard because you might fall head first down into the lap. So walk your knees back so you have length in your spine. Your center of gravity, your core lifts up into your spine, and then you have all this space in front of your navel to balance. Otherwise, you can fly forward. So you're going to take your straight arm back, plug into the back of the shoulder girdle, into the lat muscle, lower down, the biggest muscle in your upper body, the latissimus dorsi. Pull straight back. It's not the biggest muscle, but for your upper body. 8. Control. We never just slam the carriage in. 7. Resist, resist, resist. And 6. Resist, resist, resist. 5. Use your core. Resist. And 3. Tighten core to low back. And 2. Inhale, exhale, tailbone long, head away from tailbone. Last one. Reach it back, control home, hang up your strap. And then I'm doing modify just to show you how. Keep fingers wide, palm on mat, connect, And then you're gonna go straight, palm down through your handle, deep inhale, and you're gonna pull straight back. Your tailbone stretches behind you so you don't arch your back. Plug into the back of the shoulder blade. Inhale, exhale, neck is long. 8, tighten core to spine, and 7, and 6, strengthen back muscles, and 5, reach and stretch, control back home. 4, careful not to bend the elbow, really plug under the armpit all the way down. 3, your abdominals keep lifting into your low back. 2 more, and inhale, exhale, reach. 1 more time. You're gonna inhale, exhale, reach. Gently land your carriage. Wonderful. Now, once you land, we're gonna bring our foot bar back up. So you're gonna lift up the foot bar, bring it to either the medium, the middle. I only have high and low, I go high. If you have 3 settings, bring it to the center one. And then make sure you bring the 2 pieces of plastic, lock it in so when you go like that, it doesn't fall down. Lock it into position. Keep it on your blue spring, the same one we have it on. And then go ahead and sit for a moment. Bring the bottoms of your feet together into a butterfly stretch. Stretch those inner thighs, reach to top of head. And I want you to press back, really tighten the core of your spine. Press back for 5. You might have to come a little bit closer to the edge. Be careful your feet don't fall into the spring. Your shoulders are down and back. Your chest is open, collarbones wide. Tighten your core, your spine, connect under the armpits. So you lift your heart, reach to the bar, you exhale. Lift up your heart, head away from tailbone, push out. Keep the length in your spine, your core is engaged. 3, 2 more, inhale, exhale. Last one, you're gonna inhale, exhale, press. Wonderful. So you're gonna feel inner thigh, groin stretch. Now, what I want you to do, it might be too much, so just try. It depends on leg length, how tall you are, everything else. Be careful how fast you go. Just bring one foot down, see if you're okay with it. If you're not okay to bring both legs down, if that hurts your inner thighs, no biggie. Just bend one leg in and do one leg at a time just to get a deeper stretch. So maybe you'll have one leg bend in front. Let's do it that way just to make it easier. Bring one leg in, the other foot's on the ground. Sink into your sits bones, press your palms in front. Flex that front foot that's on the machine, push back, stretch out your low back. Feel how your low back pulls apart. You're connecting under the armpits. Rise up, lift your heart to the bar. Inhale now, exhale, 5. Stretch your low back apart. You want to stretch that lumbodorsal fascia from the back of the ribs to the back of the pelvis. Stretch that area apart, soft tissue. 4, connect from armpits to palms. Rise up to top of head. 3, scoop your core in tight. Spine is long. 2 more. Exhale. And last time, you're going to inhale, exhale. Come all the way in. Take this other foot, bring it in place. Flex this foot, the other foot's on the ground. Bring palms to the bar. Elevate your heart, sink into your sits bones. Front ribs meet back ribs, so you're not arching your back. And you're going to push. Exhale. Reach and stretch. Rise up to top of head. You're going to inhale, exhale. 4. Connect under the armpits. And 3. Exhale and reach. 2 more times. Head away from tailbone. Inhale, exhale, reach. And then 1 more time. You're going to inhale, exhale, reach. Okay. You don't have to do this one, okay? See how it feels, because it could be too much on your inner thighs. So listen to your body, please. Take this leg, bring both feet, so now you're sitting with both legs on the ground. If it's not too much on your inner thighs, core draws into spine, tighten abdominals in. Now I want you to just really tighten the core of your back. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Do 5 this way. Stretch. Lift heart towards bar. Take a deep inhale. Now exhale, stretch. 4. Scoop core in tight. And 3. Then we're going to do something for thoracic spine mobility to move that middle part of the back. 2 more. You inhale and then you exhale. 1 more time. You're going to inhale and then you're going to exhale. Keep one hand to the middle of your foot bar. Maybe you'll slide forward a little baby bit so your shoulders are straight over the hips. Now your hip bones face that way, straight in front of you. We're not going to make your spine be unstable. The hips are straight forward. The rotation happens between your shoulder blades, middle back. Essentially, you rotate around your breastbone. So you open your heart, and then you just do a thread the needle under this arm. You exhale. The carriage isn't going to move. You're just going to open your heart, keep the spine reaching long, and then exhale. Reach through the top of your head, elongate the spine, exhale, thread the needle, 2 more. Open your heart, twist from the middle of your back, exhale. 1 more time, you're going to inhale, open your heart, and then you're going to exhale 1 more time. Breathing in, chest is open, rotate around your breastbone, exhale. Place this hand to the middle of your foot bar, your hip bones are straight, elevate, inhale, chest is open. If you have scoliosis, you're going to feel like it's harder to twist to one side. You inhale, and then you exhale. Expand those ribs apart. You inhale. Chest is open. Exhale. Hips are straight. 3. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. 2 more times. You're going to inhale, exhale, reach. If you've had a hip replacement, you never want your knee to come in tight, like close up, and you don't cross over midline. So if you maintain a straight line from hip to knee, generally that's going to be okay for you, but you don't want your knee going up out of alignment. Inhale, rotate around your breastbone. Exhale, last one. Inhale, and then you're going to exhale. Wonderful. All right, return center. Now just slide back, take your legs. Excellent, and we'll do a little stretch. We're going to call it a day. So you did it, everybody. Let's do a couple little shoulder rolls, up, down, back, away from ears. That's it. Now maybe you'll take one hand, just reach off to the side and just tilt ear towards shoulder. So here's your traction point. You can hold on to your shoulder block. You can hold on to that little thing where you hang up the handle. So you're just going to feel the side of the neck stretch. Breathe. Go easy. Avoid forcing anything. Sides of neck are long. Maybe you'll just reach. I'm going to slide this way so I can bring my hand to the edge here. And then I just tilt this way. So this whole part here is getting tractioned. And then I inhale. And then I exhale. And then inhale. Get that side of the neck to release. And then you exhale. You inhale. And then exhale. One more time. You inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Gently release. And then maybe tilt chin just a baby bit forward. Always listen to your body. If something bothers your neck, you're going to stop. Move the neck, just small increments. Tilt ear to shoulder. Come back center. Little neck roll, head roll. Go to the other side. Come back center. Inhale. Exhale. Little neck rolls. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Feel sides and neck release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Awesome. Return center. And then we're just going to take a deep inhale. Bring hands to heart. I can teach you rolling down through the spine, but it might be too much if you're just starting. So let's get your core stronger first. One more time. You're going to open those collarbones wide. Reach to sky. Bring hands to heart. And I thank you for joining me for this session. And hopefully this helped you unwind from your day sitting at a desk. Hopefully so. Peace, everyone. If you like my content, please hit share, subscribe, or even like it, and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I'm going to post this now. So I'll see you again soon. I don't know what type of workout I'm going to do now, but I always think of something, so I'll do something different. Okay, bye everyone. Peace. Take care. Bye. I hope this helped. Bye.